care of the sea level rise. Do you see the problem, the enormity of the problem? Yes or no? So these are huge problems. Now I told you that the ice caps are slowly melting away. This I mentioned that started with the natural process. All right? On top of that, in 1840s, 1850s, between 1840 and 1860, we say we had industrial revolution. Do you know what that means? Where did it start? Britain. All right? I'm making it easier for you. Britain it started, industrial revolution. And what's industrial revolution? When machines started replacing men. All right? Production became mechanized. And how was that possible? Because of steam engine that was invented. Who invented steam engine? James Watt. When? Yes? 1775. Remember that one. 1775 and 1776. What is 1776? What's the importance of 1776? Yes? America, United States became independent. Alright? So 1775, James Watt introduced or invented. He actually invented a little earlier. It was sort of marketed around that time, 1775. And then in 1831, Michael Faraday invented generator. And what is generator? That generates electricity. Yes? So we needed both generator and the steam engine for producing electricity. Yes? Yes or no? Yes. And what was the fuel for these steam engines? Coal. And in 1859, the first oil well was dug in. Anybody knows where the first oil well, petroleum well? In Pennsylvania. Alright, in Pennsylvania, it was dug by a certain Cornell Edwin Drake. That's my geology, my subject, the oil well, in 1859. So petroleum was used. So we started using a lot of coal. We have been using coal, but in a big way we started using coal and petroleum to generate electricity. And then in 1913, a car was mass produced. Can anybody name that car? The first mass produced automobile. Anybody? Sorry? No. The first mass produced car, 1913. From America, yes? Ford, yes? Ford Model T. 15 millions of them were produced. 15 million. Alright? So they started consuming vast quantities of petrol, and today we have millions upon millions of automobiles, and they are consuming petrol and diesel, as you all know, and in the process they are generating a lot of carbon dioxide. Yes? So the carbon dioxide percentage in 1850 was 250 ppm in the atmosphere. What is ppm? Parts per million. You know that one well. Alright? So that was 250. And what is the carbon dioxide percentage or carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere now, today? Anybody? 400. Actually, I checked on the 20th of September, it was 405. 405 ppm. And carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Professor explained what a greenhouse gas is. It allows incoming short wavelength radiation to come in and does not allow long wave radiation to go out. Traps the heat and the globe gets warmer. So this has started, let's say, with industrial revolution, and now it has reached, carbon dioxide has reached 405 ppm in the atmosphere. Alright? So now there are of course talk of reducing carbon dioxide emissions and reducing the carbon dioxide limits to 350 ppm. All right, it's 4:30. Some of you are leaving. All right, you probably have something. Yes?
No, sir, actually,
All right.
2 weeks, student are 4:31.
All right. So all right, in that case, I'll just go to something. So I touched lots of little things, filing I mentioned. Now I want to say something about tsunamis. All right. Professor also mentioned that a few years ago, there was a massive volcanic eruption in an European country, and that country was Iceland. And Iceland, you might have read it in your geography, that Iceland is the country of, or the land of ice and fire, snow and fire, yes? So there are thick ice caps, and the ice caps could be 2, 3, 4 kilometers thick. And once they melt away, the pressure on the crust is released, because they're putting a lot of pressure on the crust, on the Earth's crust, on the Earth's surface. So they're keeping the dormant volcanoes dormant. You understand? And once that pressure is released, volcanoes start erupting. So when all the ice caps disappear, there will be a lot of volcanic activity. Yes? And some time back, because of and eventually what will happen? Because of a lot of volcanic activity, there will be a lot of volcanic ashes released into atmosphere, and that will surround the atmosphere, that will surround the globe, and that will stop incoming solar radiation. So the Earth will start cooling again. So this is, Earth goes through periods of glaciation and deglaciation, as we say in geology. All right? And I would be very happy if some of you become students of geology, earth sciences, or atmospheric sciences, or climatology, or oceanography. These are really interesting things. And I was talking to the chairman sir today, your chairman sir today, and I said that I'm very sad to see all these brilliant students going to IITs and becoming engineers and then joining IT companies as clerks. Nowhere else in the world this happens other than in India. Brilliant students, what are you doing? I'm financial analyst for this company. Anybody who gives you a better salary, you run after them. And then why did you study engineering? So I want some of you to study geology, my subject. All right, very fascinating subject, or atmospheric sciences, climatology, oceanography. I want you to produce, from your school, I want to see lovely students studying all these interesting subjects. Now I want to touch on, 4:30 we have to finish, is it? All right, then I won't take much longer. All right, so I just want to tell you a little about desertification. So I talked about the effect on sea, and now the effect on land. So I won't take much time. Desertification. What does that mean? Fication, desertify, fication. What is fication? The process of making a desert, the process of becoming a desert. Yes? And what's a desert? A dry land or an arid land that doesn't have water, that means, and also doesn't have much vegetation. Yes? Now, what are the big deserts in the world? The biggest one is? Where is Sahara? Which part of Africa? North Africa. Now, do you know that vast quantities of water is being drawn from the depths of Sahara Desert and being transported to Tripoli, the capital of Libya? Do you know this? All right. So how come this is happening? How? Because Sahara was not always a desert. 24,000 years ago, climate changed. The ice caps and glaciers on the mountains there, which is about 2,500 kilometers long chain of mountains, 4.5 kilometer high, not as high as the Himalayas.